Retro Horror back for a review. I'm going to take some time out to talk about the classic 1932 film Freaks, Todd Browning's classic film that was not appreciated at all at the time that he made it, and is only in the 60s and onward was revisited and appreciated for the classic film that it is. But it's a film that needs to be in every horror fan's collection, in my opinion. Desperately needs a souped up Blu-ray with special features, but at this point, this 2005 release from Warner Brothers is all we got to work with. So the film itself is an absolute classic. It was made right after Todd Browning did Dracula. MGM Studios wanted to cash in, if you will, on the popularity of horror films, and what better way to do so than to get the director of many of Lon Chaney Sr.'s classic films that he, like The Unknown, which is an unbelievably great film about Lon Chaney Sr.'s an armless knife thrower, and he's in love with Joan Crawford. But he did that. He did Road to Mandalay. He did London After Midnight, of course, the Lost film. And after Lon Chaney Sr. died, Todd Browning did Dracula. Todd Browning is an interesting character. He was born in Louisville, Kentucky, and he was in a carnival. He actually was a barker in a carnival, and he met D.W. Griffith and went to Hollywood and got into films via D.W. Griffith. In like 1915, he ended up running full blast into a ongoing train, nearly killed himself. He killed two of his passengers. He survived that, but strange stuff going on there. Anyway, after he made this film, he couldn't get work. He was done. He did a few films after that, but he was pretty much blackballed. The film was not well received. It had a New York premiere, and MGM realized that the film was just way too controversial for its time and pulled it. So of the $350,000 budget for this film, MGM lost like $120,000, which is real money in 1932. But that pretty much ended Todd Browning's career for all intents and purposes. The film just simply was before its time, in my opinion. It was rediscovered in the 60s when you had some countercultural art house folks picked it up and realized that, hey, it's kind of cool to be different. And I think you could pick up a lot of messages from this film, and it is a disturbing film, but it also is a commentary on the uniqueness of the individual and the prejudice that we have as a society against people that are different, or people with disabilities, if you will. How our society kind of shunned, as we've been programmed to shun those type individuals, and wrongly so. And this film, to me, kind of celebrates people that are different. And there's a lot of different people in this film. There's over 15 different actors, real actors with all kinds of deformities, real-life deformities that are portrayed in this film. You've got people with microcephaly, which is a kind of a situation where their brain doesn't fully develop and they end up with super small heads. You've got a lady in here that looks like a bird woman. You've got a skeleton, a guy that weighs 58 pounds. You got a guy in here named Prince Radian, I think that's how you pronounce it, who is armless, and he's just a torso and a head. You got Harry Earls, the German actor who plays the little wealthy midget that is in love with Cleopatra in this, and Cleopatra and Hercules are plotting to steal his money, essentially, through a marriage that's BS. They're marrying this little midget. At any rate, the basically, these circus freaks take their revenge on Cleopatra and Hercules for what they do to little Harry Earls. It's a very short film. It's only like an hour long, and it's extremely. It's got some moments in it of pure terror, particularly when the freaks are all crawling around through the at nighttime in a rainstorm. It works in a lot of respects. But I think the film is a broader social, as I said, it's a broader social commentary on how we as a society have grown up to shun individuals that are different and unique from us, and it's a shame. Many people throughout the centuries have been certain deformities have turned out to be incredible contributors to society. King Wilhelm, Tom Thumb, those type of people. But we have, as a culture, and in 1932, you could clearly see it there. The film was pulled because a woman claimed, when she went to the premiere in New York City, to have had a miscarriage after seeing the horrors of this film. So MGM figured, man, we're up against it on this one, and just pulled it. The film, this Blu-ray, Blu-ray release. I wish it was a Blu-ray release. This Warner Brothers DVD has a feature-length commentary with David Scull on it. And the best thing about this is it has an hour-long documentary about the making of the film, and it goes into the lives of each of the participants. And each of these people had interesting lives, and a lot of them, particularly even the ones with these deformities, like the pinhead type people, they lived to be 70 years old in some cases. And Harry Earls, of course, the little midget, was played in Wizard of Oz. You know, he was one of the little people in the Wizard of Oz. But it's a very interesting film, very atmospheric, great moments of horror, and social commentary to boot. So I can't say enough good things about this. This is just one of the classic films, horror films of all time, in my opinion. So that is The Freaks, Todd Browning. I highly recommend it. If you can get your hands on a reasonable copy, I would suggest you do so. Thanks for watching.